Alright guys, we're going to be doing a VFR hop out of Oceanside, California over to the desert. You can see we got some marine layer over here. Let's pop into the plane. I've been kind of playing around with my views a little bit, so excuse me if I'm jumping around there a little bit. It's the first time actually doing a different flight. There we go. With or doing an actual stream with the views set up. All right. And as you can tell, we are in the FlightFX Vision Jet. Let's get the chocks off. Covers. I'm not even quite sure what this is. Registration shadow, but we'll turn it off. Whatever. It's in beta. It's experimental feature. So we'll lose that. We'll get the headphones on, and we can get rid of that. We'll get battery 1 and 2 on, and then we'll start getting set up over here. Should be pretty quick setup since we're just doing VFR flight out to the desert. Even though it's a little bit of marine layer there, we'll kind of poke our way through it. Let's see here. I'm just gonna get my my other screen set up here. I've got my Navigraph charts here on the other side. There we go. All right. I have been doing the checklist. Usually I just kind of wing it, whatever, but I have actually been doing a checklist here, so let's take a closer look right here. Pre-flight inspection is complete. Yep, we're good. Doors closed, parking brake as required. I think we are on. Battery 1 and 2 is on. Gen 1 and 2 on. External GPU we do not have. FADAC system channel A. I don't think it ever changes. Strobes on. And cast messages, all we have is that. That's good. Thrust lever to idle. Brakes, I'm not holding. Engine, we're going to wait on that right there because we're going to do a little bit of setup right here before we go. So let's go over to comm right here really quick. I'm going to double check our AIRBUS first off the bat. So let me just grab that right there. And that frequency, I could grab it off the other screen, but I'm going to, we'll actually tune it in. So let's see here. They got an ASOS there, 127.8. So I'm going to program that down here, and I'm using my Stream Deck Plus. So let's see here, 127.8.
Kilo Oscar Kilo Bravo, automated weather observation 160 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 5. Sky condition, ceiling 1,800 feet overcast. Temperature 17 Celsius. Dew point 10 Celsius. Altimeter 29904. Kilo.
Alright, 29904, that's all we really needed right there. As far as a flight plan, what we're going to do is pop over here. We'll do a flight plan really quick for KOKB. That's where we're at, Oceanside, outside of San Diego. We're just north of San Diego, North County. And we're going over to Borrego Springs today, which is L08. Let me see if I got to do the K. I think L08. Yep, Borrego Valley. That's it. That's all we're going to enter right there, just for reference. Basically, we just take a heading of, well, right there. Take a heading of about, what is that, 67075 out of the airport here. Should take us right down over the hills and into the desert. So we'll clear that out now. One of the other things I was doing here was initializing the plane. I actually didn't do that before. So let me figure out how to do that again. You got weather, flight charts. I think it was under either utilities. Here we go. Wait, initialization. Okay, so system tests. We'll go ahead and do this. It might be a little bit loud, so stand by here.
Higher, 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 higher. Stall, stall, stall.
Okay, try to mute my mic there for you. All right, so that's done. And let's see, there we go back. Fuel, we're just going to leave the default fuel here. We'll sync up. 149 gallons is plenty for us right there. Weight and balance. Well, yeah, crew and storage sounds good. Let's see what else we got here. And then the flight plan we already did. All right, and then we'll accept that. And then we're going to go full. And nope, wrong one. Map is full. There we go. Then we can continue on. What else did I want to set over here before I go? We'll just set our speed bugs on. And we're not going to have any minimums or anything like that, so we're all good. All right, we're good to start up our engines over here. So engine knob to run. And fuel pump. You can hear them coming on. And verify engine start, battery temp, engine start, volts. Sure, looks good to me. And we're ready to start. And we'll monitor all our parameters here for the engine start. Make sure nothing ever goes crazy. It never has. All right, looking good. All right, everything's normal. Ice protection is off. Let's see here. ESC disable auto, and we'll leave it right there. No external power required today. Oxygen, and that is where is it? Oxygen master. And actually, I'm going to turn my bleed on right now, too. Avionics all completed. Cap spin removed. That's always removed. So, passenger briefing. Well, we're going to be taking off Oceanside here, heading west out over the ocean. We'll make a quick, left-hand turn probably, and then straight shot out to the east, up over the mountains, and then down into Borrego Springs. We'll take a look around over there. I do have some scenery over there, and I'll actually afterwards I'll link it in the description for the video. So if you're watching this after the fact, you'll see a link there on Flight Sim TO for it. Okay, seatbelts are good. Bleed switch, like I said, we already got that. Got the air going here. Before taxi, comm snaps, everything's set there. And AIRBUS, we got it. Altimeters check. Transponder is on 1200 right here. And automatic. Heading initial altitude. Yeah, we'll just set this. Let's see here. We'll do the initial departure out of here. I think is runway. I'll just set it for the initial thing. Let's see, taxi, here we go. I'm bringing up my chart on my other screen. It is runway 25, so we'll set 25 right there. And flight control screen correct. Yep, trim tab +6. Flaps 50%. We'll verify they're coming down. There we go. And actually the electronic roll trim I don't think is modeled in the airplane here, so at least that's what I saw. Toga button is right there, and for the life of me I have not been able to map that to anything. Not that it makes a difference, because we're actually going to change that. We're not going to do toga takeoff there, but it has its precedent in the checklist. Alright, CAS messages, just got the probe heat and parking brake. Seat belts are up. Parking brake is going to get released right now. And we'll check our brakes as soon as we start taxiing. Before taxiing, yep, we're going to taxi, take off runway 25. And I'll get our landing lights on, which is kind of funny because I don't know if there's a taxi light. There is a taxi light on the, let me turn this down just a little bit. there's a taxi light out here. We'll go out and take a look at it on the nose gear right there. But you can only turn it on with the landing lights. Go figure. I don't know if that's a quirk or something on my end. I don't know. Because normally I wouldn't turn the landing lights on until, you know, we're up at the runway. All right, we'll hold right there. But other than that, this is just before taxiing or before takeoff. So we'll get a couple of those things set. Now we'll take a quick turn right here. There's the end of the runway right there, very short. Brakes are off. Let's power up over here to start moving a little bit. Get a quick turn around. Now again, we are VFR here. It's a little bit of marine layer here, but if any of you are real-world pilots in San Diego, you will know that sometimes you got to find the little hole in the marine layer there before it completely breaks up. And that's what we're going to do, or at least that's what we're going to say we're going to do here. By the way, the scenery here also is done by the same guy that did the Borrego Springs. He's done a lot of the different airports in the San Diego area here. And let's see here. Double checking my sound levels and stuff like that. We'll turn the engine sounds down a little bit once we get off the ground here. So hopefully I am loud enough here. I kind of cranked up my mic sound. So if I'm not, let me know if you just happen to be watching. All right, let's continue on. All right, we'll get our probe heat on, which is right there. Oop, no, sorry, that was the anti-ice. Ice at that right there. I get the right one. No icing required for the engines or the wings. Cast messages are done. We've trimmed 6. Flaps are set to 50. And yep, our batteries, everything looks good there. All right, before takeoff complete. Takeoff, it's kind of funny because everybody just sort of does this and doesn't even think about it, but that's what we're going to do. So we're just going to skip down to the bottom there. We'll go into our climb checklist, which we'll probably skip also as after we take off, because it'll be probably a quick little hop up here. All right, I think we're ready for departure. Let's go ahead and get on the runway. We'll stop at the end here and we'll wait for the engines to spool up quite a bit before departing, because it is a short runway. We're going to use just about the entire thing, 2,712 feet. There we go. And before we do that, we're gonna play with the autopilot here just a little bit. I should have done that before we departed, but what we're gonna do is sync our heading. So I'm just gonna click heading right here, and again, I'm using my Stream Deck Plus here to do the rest of the button pushes here. So I'm gonna hit. Let's see. What did we do? Altitude, we're going to go to 7,500. Yeah, I should have done this before. 7,500 will clear us up to the hills right there. I'm going to do flight level change and heading hold, and you'll see that come up over here. All right, parking brake. I'm holding a brake here. Let's power up. Bring it up to full power, release brakes. There's 60 knots. And 90, rotate. Positive brake, gear up. And we are going to do a bit of a Alright, there's 400 feet, autopilot on, and auto throttle on, which will throttle us back over there. Marine layer is pretty shallow right there, so I'm going to go ahead. We'll come down on the volumes here a little bit. There we go. So hopefully that's not super loud anymore. It's coming off the coastline right here. Yeah, it looks like we don't want to go over into Camp Pendleton there, so we're just using heading hold here. We'll do a quick turnaround to our final heading. And again, we're not using the FMS, we're just using that as reference there. There you can see Oceanside Harbor right there. Now, we're coming through the marine layer there, but I could see through it, so we're still legal. At least that's what I'm going to say. Plus 14, so I think we're good on the icing. And temperature is actually increasing. Yeah, see, I can still see the shoreline right there. You might not be able to see it, but I can just see it right there. And we should be popping out here in a second. Well, I'll keep the view over here so you can actually see something as we come up out of the marine layer deck here. We'll go through our checklist while we're doing that. So thrust levels are set. We're monitoring the engine parameters. Everything looks good. Cabin pressurization and looking good. Oop. Ice protection. Yeah, we don't need it as we pop out of the deck right here, and we're not going up to that high, so we're not going to have to bother with all that. Alright, I'm actually going to speed up over here, so instead of using 140 knots, which is what the FMS is giving us, I'm going to go to a manual speed hold. We'll increase here to 160. And it's going to kind of hold us here until we actually get up to our desired speed here. Actually, I could go, let's see here, vertical, and bump that up a little bit. There we go. Just so we keep on climbing here a little bit. About 1,500 feet per minute. We'll see what the airspeed that settles in on. Probably gonna take us right back down to 140. There we go. FMS speed it is. Just gonna try tried to hold that 140 for us, and I guess we could do flight level change too. What the heck? I just wanted to get out of the cloud deck there a little bit. And we'll keep an eye right here. We'll make our turn, just kind of generally keeping an eye on our course here. And you can see there's my heading hold. Let me zoom this out a little bit. And there's Borrego Springs. This should be a pretty quick flight here. What's it saying right now? It's saying 17 minutes. Or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, just 16 and a half minutes or so ETE. And as soon as we get up to 7,500, we should bump up to like 250 knots. Sorry, I had my mic off there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find the link to the airport scenery. And actually, it's really nice because he has all of his sceneries linked on any one of his sceneries. So I'll just give you Oceanside here, and then when you look at it, in the description, he has links to all of his other airports that he's done. All right, there we go. Copy that, and I'm going to. I'll just throw it into chat at first, right there. There we go. Alright, come on. It should take us over to 250. I'm not sure why I didn't. Source FMS auto throttle. Yeah, we're at 7,500, yet it's holding us at 140. I have no idea why. Heading autopilot. Yeah, everything's good, so. Okay, we'll go manual then. Let's get sped up. Kind of did this flight the other day and did pretty much exactly what I did now, and it did calculate and gave us 250 knots once we reached our altitude. So a little bit of a quirk there. Alright, let's finish our cruise checklist here. Thrust levers as required, no ice protection, and EIS monitor. Yep, everything looks good there. Now I'll go full screen here just because this is going to be a quick flight. It's taking our time kind of getting us up to speed here, I noticed. I wonder if it has to do something with my weight. I got plenty of fuel. Oh, anyway, we're at 160 and speed increasing here, so we should be coming out into over the hills here in a minute. There's Alomar Mountain. winds. I'm going to do a little bit of a correction for the winds here. Since we have a little bit of a crosswind from the right. Kind of want to go right. I know there's a cloud in our in our way right here, but there's a little dip right here, and that's sort of where we're going. And then we're going to drop down pretty quick. And we should come over Lake Henshaw here in a second. I can see it just behind the cloud here. All right, I'm going to pop outside here just for a second. Looking good. There's a screenshot right there. To be honest, I'm not quite sure why we're not getting our intended speed here. We should be able to come up higher than 160. And we went through all the checklist items, so I don't think I missed anything. Let's take a little bit of a closer look here at aircraft systems. Status and info, system test, environment. No, we don't want all that. Take a look at our weight and balance here. Payload. Oh, we got 2 passengers, 0 cargo. Nope. Not sure. And we are maxed out on our... Oh, I know, what an idiot. Oh my goodness. You guys are probably screaming at me. I had the flaps up, down. That's why. I never put the flaps up. We've been flying with 50% flaps this whole time. Goodness sakes. So much for like, well, we don't need the climb checklist, after takeoff checklist, huh? I knew it was acting weird. There we go. That's why it didn't take us up to 250 on our managed, because it was holding because of our flap setting. Well, that's what happens when you stream. You end up worrying too much about different things happening with the stream, that you sometimes make stupid mistakes like that. Well, anyway, and you can see the little pass I'm talking about right over here is kind of where we want to go. Although we could clear the peak right here. All of this stuff, that peak right there is 6,020 feet, according to the chart. 6,020 feet right there, and then we've got a little bit taller one. I think this one back here is a little bit taller than this one. Well, at least that's what it looks like when I'm looking at this. 6,500, though they kind of look about the same to me. I've got a 9-knot crosswind here, so this is pretty good. We gotta get ready for our descent here. So let's see what we're gonna do. You can see Borrego Springs right there. That's where we're going. Alright, so altitude I'm set at 1,500 feet. The field elevation is about 500 feet or so at Borrego Springs. What is it? 522. Vertical speed I'm going to set for minus 2,000 right there, and that's what we'll do. And then airspeed we'll do a manual descent here. So going to bring us down to about 240, and we'll do a vertical speed here. 2,000, there we go. Just over the top of the ridge line there. Man, I don't think I've ever done that where I left the flaps up. Duh. Let's see, now I'm going to take a quick look at the weather for Borrego on my other screen here. Winds are variable at 4. 5 miles in haze, so it looks pretty clear down there to me. And altimeter 2977, so let's go ahead and set that. And we'll go ahead and we'll get ourselves slowed up over here to 190 now. Do a little left-hand pattern over here. And we are quite high, so I'm gonna increase our rate of descent here a little bit. We'll get ourselves slowed down to 150. See if we actually slow down with that rate of descent. The nose up here a little bit. We're going to have to kind of do a little bit of an extended downwind over here. There's 1,500 feet coming up. We're at 23. We'll get ourselves slowed up and continue our descent. Yeah, since it's such a nice day out here, I think I'm just going to do it all, I'll fly it by hand here. So autopilot is off. Now the Vision Jet, I'm still learning its little intricacies and quirks. It acts a little funny with the when you apply power. Come all the way around. Okay, gear coming down. Bring the power back here. the volumes all the way up. And full flaps. Full flaps there, come on. Like I said, I'm still learning the power settings here, so I know right around 50 here, full flaps will give us a nice rate of descent and about 100 knot approach. Okay, gear down 3 green, just making sure I didn't screw anything else up. Start bringing our power back, idle. And flaps up. And luckily, it is a nice long runway over here. So we're going to taxi all the way out over there. We'll go stop by the burger shop. Get our probe heat off here. Well guys, welcome to Borrego Springs. Like I said, just click the link in the chat right there. That'll take you to the developers page for Oceanside. Just scroll down, and he also did Borrego Springs here, along with several other San Diego area airports. Yeah, we're just going to do a quick parking job right here, and then we'll pop out, have a look around a little bit. There we go. All right, parking brake on. And let's go ahead and shut everything down right here so it bleeds. That landing light strobes, Gen 1, Gen 2. Off, off. And battery 1 and 2 off. Alright, let's have a little look around here. This is the, I'm on drone view, so bear with me here a little bit. Look at this, got the restaurant right over here. You can stop in here and get a burger down below, and then come up here on the patio. Watch the planes coming in and going. Nicely modeled little airport. Come over here to the airport office and get some fuel, get a Coke. Nice little airport here. Pop out here. Yeah, we even got some cars coming down the road. I'm sure that's not part of the scenery. Alright guys, that's it for a quick flight right here to Borrego Springs. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. So until next time, take care.